Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Y'all gotta forgive me. This weather didn't drop down with all this being around all this player hating. And they went my nose running like I've been hanging out with Frank Lucas and them. But how you beautiful people doing this raining Tuesday morning? How are y'all doing this morning, family? How you doing? How everybody doing? Bear with me. I'm finna get it all together. I was in here late because I was trying to share everything out. You know, my friends list getting shorter by the morning. What's up? But how y'all beautiful people doing? Thank y'all for tapping in for your mornings with Spacely. You heard on this morning recall because we got a lot of things. I was on, I had skimmed through Facebook. I said, let me see what the Flint Street's talking about. I said, let me see what these Flint Street's talking about. But I am going I'm telling you, boy, the things you see in Facebook. Let me send this here. Oh, I ain't gonna mess with it. Let me send it here. Let me send it here. Let me send it there too. Let me send it to them people right there. They ain't told me stop sending it to them. Y'all know, man. I'm telling you. Okay. Family, can we get them likes up? Can we get them likes up? You heard them likes ain't matching them views right now. I ain't asking for that much. Just give me a little something. Give old Otis a little something. Let me see who did I miss. What's up, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis in the building? Shout out to my Gaddis clan. I know y'all on the way. Deborah O'Neill, how you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. Then we got Concrete Jungle. What up, family? Georgia boy, top of the morning to you. I'm telling you, these mornings is getting wicked. You heard it's getting spooky out here. The lovely Terry Nixon, how you doing, beloved? I see you done tapped in. Good morning, Casey. Done tapped in. Meat Freaks Barbecue, good morning. Wanda Smith, good morning. The lovely Deborah Luna is in the building. I ain't going. I wouldn't let you go nowhere. And it is Taco Tuesday, you heard? It is. And we got to keep getting that support from Philly, you heard? And shout out to my good brother, Elliot McCanston, tapped in. You know he coming on today. He'll be on at 5 o'clock. Salty Chef, my cousin from Canada. How you doing? Hey, it's finna get there, and I ain't going. It's 85 in Philly. Oh my goodness. You see how I'm sniffling right now? And that's how it is. What's up, Sarah P in the building, Simple Sammy 3 in the building. How you doing? Uh-oh. Miss Gladys tapped into the recall. How you doing, Miss Gladys Williams? How you doing? And my fellow 740. And what's up, T, in the building? And the ladies from Just the Thought, one half of them is Yogi G is in the building. What it do, Yogi G? Then we got Raphael Bird. What it do, good brother? What it do? Hey, you know what? Any day you can wake up is a lovely thing. And we got sexy chocolate in the building. Man, Latrice Green, how you doing? How you doing, beloved? And we got Wanda Jones Gaddis in the building. That's that North Carolina. They tapping in. Felicia Martinez, that's that East Coast love by way of New Jersey, you heard? Javier, how you doing? And that's Javier Jones. Andre Holland, good morning. You see, when the bros tapping in, they tapping in. Now we got the lovely Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney, then touchdown. Let me see who else. Okay. My good brother Bilal and tapped in, He didn't tapped in with a friend. Okay, it looked like this afternoon show gonna be fire. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. How you doing, beloved? Lanita Murray, Thank you for tapping in. Then we got the lovely Crystal Monique in the building. I want to say Crystal. You heard? The lovely Linda Chilton. Thank you for tapping in. And we got Coretta H in the building. New one, good morning to you. Good morning. And we got Pop Gaddis. What side of town you coming from? South side of the Shy. Thank you for tapping in, Pop Gaddis. And we got Tony Terry in the building. He said he coming from Miami-Dade County. 305. I mean, though you got 306 in there. I remembered it. Carolyn Hendricks, how you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. Then we got Bonnie Vanner coming in from the 504. If y'all don't know about it, just remember who the 504 boys was. Make you say, let's tell you who he is. Thank you for tapping in from New Orleans. You heard? Oh, you know I got your back, Tony Terry. You know I'm going to put that 305 on him. Wow. Y'all, hey, I'm guessing today the power outage for the West Side, I'm hoping it's not going to be today with the weather. I'm hoping it's not going to be today with the weather. And you see the lovely Eleanor Wicker say, good morning. It's this rainy day to everyone, you heard? And sometimes rain is the best day, you heard, depending on who you is and where you're going. Well, family, I got a couple stories I'm going to put up today just to see what's going on, family. But I want to say thank y'all for everybody that's tapping in this morning. But as you coming in, just hit that, hit that like button and share it. How you doing, Michelle Smith, aka Ann? Thank you for tapping in. You and your husband. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, it's finna change with that weather, man. Sure it is. Everybody hollering they got allergies, and knowing this, they got them colds. We're headed to cold season. Let me see what Felicia Martinez. I gotta have somebody got to sponsor today's show, and it's coming from the lovely Miss Martinez, New Jersey style. Let me see who's Mickey's roll call is sponsored by. 47, who has said he spoke with the president of Puerto Rico. Wonder how that conversation went. I might be trying to get me some funds from 47, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. We just gonna say, what a kawinky dink. Thank you for the sponsor too, who is sponsored by the lovely Felicia Martinez. You heard. Then we got who we got. We got Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers. That's that Miami in the building, and we got the lovely LaWanna Terry then tapped in. Terry Nixon. Ain't it? Yeah, I got my vitamins. No games and tapped in. Thank you for tapping in. I'm on my vitamins. But I'm gonna tell you, this thing that came back with a vengeance. I'm telling you, it went from I had an ear infection to a nose cold. I'm telling you, people that think I've been hanging out, I went and ran with Frank Lucas or something. Like I had that blue magic. Miss Odie, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. Then we got the lovely Denise from Georgia. Ain't that how the president said Georgia? President Trump, listen. Hey, if you find it in your heart to throw something to 18, even though I voted for Kamala, for just help me out, man. That's all I can tell you, President. Help me out, but don't do me how the people turned on my research. What's up, Buddha Nick? Thank you for tapping in. Don't do me like Maurice guy did, fam. I'm trying to get some money so we can keep some stuff going on. They trying to turn out the lights. I'm just telling you. And we got the lovely Asaya Quill, a.k.a. Mama Quill. Then we got Yvette Bailey in the building. People that talk to themselves just want, facts. Sometimes you get a better answer from yourself. Then we got Erica Gaddis, Los Angeles in the building. Sometimes talking to yourself, you just don't, want to take it in that way, meaning when you're talking to yourself like, I messed up, like when you done something, when you going back over it, that's not bad. But now when you having full-blown conversations, you maybe you need to go seek other people to talk to. They got services out here, but I'm just saying, when you didn't know you didn't messed up and you going back over it, that's not bad. I done had plenty of them one-on-one conversations. Like, how did I get in this situation? I done. Or when you done got work, you be like, damn. Blakey Gaddis in the building, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Good morning. That's when you feel some type of way. But family, it was. I got to give a shout out to Mark Hutchinson. Shout out to Mark Hutchinson. I'm gonna tell you, shout out to Mark Hutchinson. Shout out to him. And today, some of this, the news I'm gonna come with what I'm gonna get. Now, I'm hoping if you is watching B Marie, I went in your group and I did take a story. I seen that you have put up, courtesy of I think it's 810 Flint. And and it was just interesting because if you don't mind, and look, if anybody, you let me know, and because it's public comments. I mean, I guess is it a private group? And I was looking at the comments. What's up to my good brother Michael Cooley from Greenwood, Mississippi, 662, point of order, keep pressure on Davina, diabolical. They putting pressure on us, brother. Deborah L. Thompson in the building. Hey, thank you for supporting, beloved, and keep tapping in. And Queen Anifa, I had to stop and say, how you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. Hey, brother, I wouldn't take it from you, brother, because I know how hard it takes for anybody to get that. I couldn't take it from you. You heard? Just show me how to get it. You know what I'm saying? Just point me in the direction. I'll figure it out. It's just hard working with people, that's against you. And it's just not, it's two systems you fighting. In this thing, you're fighting the boule and you fighting the ones that run them. It's kind of hard. And Pastor got, and I bet you would. But let me show y'all what was running around in the Flint, in the Flint internet streets, yes, social media streets, And like I say, if I offended anybody for putting this up, blame y'all for having it on the public what's name. No, I'm just playing, but I'm not trying to like disparage anybody, but I just want to show y'all like what you really fighting against. This was last night. I'm thinking this was in Flint. This was in Flint Hood News Network, and I want to say it was shared by one of the admins, and this was B Marie. She said, let me put it up here for y'all. I'm just putting it up here. Like I say, I go get information, stuff and stories that I'm thinking. I'm like, let me put this up, see how the family would like this. And this was 22 hours ago. This was on 810 Flint. They got their YouTube, or I'm guessing this was their Facebook. They shared from their YouTube page. And as you can see, it said Neely, I'm just reading the title. It said Neely misleads public about Jedediah Brown casket protest again. Right. And so what I found interesting, let me just show you, and you have to look at the mind state of these people. And these are so-called your leaders in your neighborhood, in this city. This is so-called, what I'm saying, man of God. Just look at the conversation. Be thankful he didn't get shot. You can't be all at people home on that type of foolishness. And it's like, and it's crazy. But these are the people that we supposed to be sitting up. You'll want to go send your, you know what I'm saying? They speaking for the community, you know what I'm saying? These are so-called, like right now, anybody can be an activist. Anybody can be whatever they want to be. As you can see, anybody can be a pastor and all of that. Thank you. Deborah, yeah, but you see what I'm saying? But let me say abundant faith. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It said, good morning from Dallas, everyone. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. But look at the defense that he can come to. Like, do you understand this mayor got his own, you know what I'm saying? He got people who that's gonna fight for him no matter what. And I think sometimes we get blind. I'm talking about in the black community. We get blind because we'll say, well, that's a brother. You know what I'm saying? That's our brother, they coming after him doing this and that. Like, And look, and they forgetting Jedediah is a brother too. But to come out and you seeing like, cause listen, I'm just telling you, this brother right here ain't the only one was on that type of time. Was not the only one on that type of time. Let's be honest. And I'm sitting up here looking at it. I'm like, wow. And you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm seeing the conversation, and then it's like, and then when you see him, and it's like people throwing not even they not even throwing reason out no more. You see as you see B. Marie, she come, she like answering back. She said, "Now stop it," because the police officer was present during the peaceful protest to stop lying. Look at his comeback. Let an MF come to my home like that, and most brothers I know would do the same thing. Like grandma used to say, "Keep that mess out there down. Don't bring that mess home." Every real man is going to protect their home at all costs. Now you see how people can easily bring in, and grandma said a lot of things. You know, they forget the other stuff too. When grandma tell you a person is no good, but see, we put all that to the side because we don't see ourselves. He didn't see no peaceful protest that the police was there. He couldn't see that. But he was willing, if you come to my house, I'll do this. Grandma also told you a lot of things, but you know, he only found that one that fit his narrative. But this is why this mayor can go walking around and be in this city with no problem. And I'm not telling nobody they posted like you do something. No, you don't supposed to do that. But I'm just saying, you see the things that's going on, like he can be seen and don't know, and it's like people is just like acceptable, and people wonder why Neely locking this city down because you got people that's sitting out here supporting them, and then why it's so hard for people to be like, you know, like, what's up, sweet cupcake on break? Thank you for tapping in, beloved. I mean, but you know what, Deborah? They don't understand that it was police was there. They really think, see, they trying to set a narrative. And I'm telling you, I saw an ENA board member didn't have no problem with somebody coming dropping mail in her mailbox. Coming to that wasn't a big issue. I didn't see no people. I know we was talking about it, but you see how that went away. But Jedediah come up here and like when he was finna come out there. Let's be honest, this man had about 20 people, maybe 10 to 15 people. They was finna come in the middle of the afternoon, or was it the evening? Let's go afternoon. Gonna come to hit when everybody knew he announced a peaceful protest. They was gonna walk a casket. Peaceful. Because with these people, you know what I'm saying? Listen, peaceful. He said these people coming on here, you know, I'm just saying, coming to defend. Coming to defend if you would have come to my house. But yet, when the ENA board member, somebody came in their mailbox, put stuff in their mailbox, that ain't no problem. Because the black man came with people following them and had to, remember, it was the police escort, because as you can see, they was getting stopped on their way coming and everything. Was coming to defend his house on that. Man, these are some of the biggest hypocrites I've never seen in my life. But these are the type of people who supposed to be gathering the people together. These are the type of people that are supposed to be sitting up here teaching your kids. These are the type of people that God called. But see, you know, what this mayor showed y'all, he can buy anybody off. And knowing he got to give them money. What's up, Aunt Carl Lewis in the building? The lovely Sherry Allen and tapped in. Good morning. Miss Kariza Smith, thank you for tapping in. What this mayor showing you that people can be bought off. If you go look at the people that fell out with him that was with him at one time, this mayor know what he doing. He know most. They know most people in the impoverished community, man. They want money. Who don't want to support their family? That's why you can get up here And you can hear, like, even with me yesterday, what you heard me say last night. I said, shit, how can I come tell Davina not to go do, you know what I'm saying? Don't get your money. But that's easy for anybody to say. And to me, that was a cop out because you took that job, but is really these jobs really serious? You know, when it's about the money, because like I'm saying, a lot of these people, even with these nonprofits, man, these people, this is how they make their living. What's up, Donnell Meredith with the 499? He said, happy tell all Tuesday. Facts. And let me see what Mark Hutchinson said. He said, and that brother in particular talking tough when everybody knows what we know. That brother's particularly disturbing. Dude, it's just showing you, man. Listen, ain't nobody sitting up here. Sweet cup. Oh, that wasn't for me. My bad. I mean to hit that. Ain't nobody sitting up here. Let me tell you something. Like I told y'all before. We didn't have people on here that was calling, talked about the mayor. Now they back in the people only mad because he not paying them. If all these people was getting paid, this mayor wouldn't have no detractors like that. Let's be honest. This ain't nothing new. Everybody that's sitting up here is acting like this. Why? And Mark, and I agree with you, Mark. He know he can buy these ninjas off. He can buy these Negroes off. He don't get in trouble for saying that in YouTube. We can say Negroes. He know he can buy these Negroes off. He know what it is. He know what it is. That's why you can see they could defend that. Jedediah coming to the, you know what I'm saying? He came to the house that everybody knew in Flint and on social media around the world knew Jedediah was not going to do nothing to him. They more mad at, oh, he came to the house. Damn that the water not fixed. Damn that people dying of cancer. Damn that people kidneys is blowing out. Dialysis machine popping up here. Damn that the school systems is going to trash. That's not important. But they want to kill for somebody that's showing the people this how you supposed to go. And so many people that protested when they done did this. But you know what? He don't fit their narrative. But it was all right to go down there like, oh, Governor Snyder house. When they would, when what was his name? Damn, what's my dude? The dude name that did Roger and Me. Facts, Raphael Bird. I can't. He did Bowling Columbine. Michael Moore. Hot damn, took me a second to get it. Money tough facts, and that's what it is. Michael Moore. It took me a second. Thank you, family. Thank the chat. Yeah, Michael Moore. And this what is so crazy. But see, them not the important agendas going on. But people want to sit up here and act like I'm telling you, that's what all these people acting like they will fall up. Thank you, new one, Casey and Maria Carter. Everybody want to act like they will fall up under Malcolm X or Martin King. They would. No, they won't. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. These people show you they get paid off at the drop of a dime. Acting like they really building something. All you got to go do is see the work that they doing out here. How's the condition of the city looking? Facts. And you know what? And because what it was, Jared was finna mess up how other people had a lock on this city, where they think they got locks on the city. That's really was. That's really what it was. Jed came here and seen really what the game really is here. Like, man, they ain't nobody hey, allegedly, because I ain't got time to be, but these Democratic people though, they love the Democratic Party. Lumi, what it do? Thank you for tapping in. South Florida, Broward County, checking in 954 at your door. Right. That's why you can hear certain things with, this mayor didn't set up this. Look, this I'm gonna give shout outs to that man. This man got his hands on everything going on in Flint. Believe me, to the activists, to the podcasters, it ain't none that he listen. This man got his tentacles wrapped through this thing. Why you think he not tripping? What's up, Detroit boy? Thank you for tapping in. Man, facts. That's what you getting. Shit, the Democratic Party got so many what was his name in the Django? Steven. They got so many of them. It's diabolical. But see, them, and I'm play some stuff for you a little, later on. But I'm just saying, this how crazy this stuff is right here. This how crazy this stuff is. Hold on, I have to go through somebody else. I got to give a shout out to the Facebook people though. Let me get shout out to that group. I got some more. I'm finna bring up. Look, I was on people pages this morning. Let me tell you. People, they had some things that I had no problem sharing today. But this is the problem that we have. That's why you can have, hey. And they don't understand that. Man. That man caught hell. But let me show you something but like I say, this is where Facts Week Cupcake on break. On both sides. Let's don't just say one side, on both sides. But this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. It's like I say, this so-called Boule little clan that they got up here, these so-called black elites, I'm telling you, these Negroes will sell you out quicker than the ones from back in the day. Would take your pain and use it for their own agenda. Thank you, Lanita Murray, for the $20 super chat. They will use your pain for your own agenda. Let me see what Connie said. She said, "Good morning, Mickey. You speaking facts, neatly following Trump's playbook. He can tell his base his alternative facts, and they'll spread the lie. Facts. That's why you can see it. Listen, man, this man know he done studied these Negroes here. He know what they want. What's up, Lorna? Thank you for tapping in on this beautiful rainy morning. He know these Negroes who he dealing with. He know money. Why you think he don't care who be talking junk about him? That's why he's sitting back. He like, you know what? 26 is on the way. He know he gonna have the campaign. He just don't know. Like he why you think he don't feel like he gotta capitulate to the black community like that? Because he already know all I gotta get is like 15, maybe 20%. That's all I gotta go get. He ain't capitulating to them. I'll give a few this money right here and I'll let the other ones, they'll fight it out. He know what he doing. You will see him capitulating. You see who he capitulating to, because all you gotta do is go look at the things he's been putting down. This ain't no like, man, facts. He know what he doing. This man know what he doing. He ain't sit up there. This man know what he doing. How can you, like I said, Jordan, much as like, but this is America. This is America. And I'll prove my point again. Like they don't care about none. Look at this story right here. And I got this courtesy of Angie Mack. That's it. Yeah, she's traveling the world. She still have time to pull up stories. Now look at this right here. And this was on her Wilson name. This is what they did. Now do this, like, you know what I'm saying? But see, when you listen to Judy run her mouth, oh, we need to get police wherever they coming from. What if, because he might just be misplaced to another community. But people getting mad because we saying, oh, no, it gets better. It gets better. Let's just don't stop. Bam. Let's go right there. It gets better. It gets better. This ain't nothing new. But we got to sit up here, we got to sit up here and play the game. See, if something happened to him, I don't know. If something gonna happen to the young lady, I don't know. But this why we got a situation here with the Mitchell boys. Same thing, same scenario. But blacks, we don't, the police system, like the. But if you go tell the truth where it come from, it's a problem. Now let's see how much this gonna get played across get all played across the Wilson because I know it hit the black podcast and stuff. Facts. Mark Hutchinson. Yeah, facts. Neely knows how to win. He learned from the best. There's always a vote splitter to be had. Example, 21 Savage, AC, Rose Morrow. There's no way to defeat a split vote. It's math. No, you know why we ain't gonna never get enough? Because they know how to keep us divided. Just think on the Mitchell boys how that stuff was. He was a black mayor, came out. I ain't gonna mess up my voting base. He wasn't talking to the blacks. He know he only need 20% of y'all. But this the game that we play with each other every time. Like I said, you know they gonna keep a handful. Good morning, Kenneth. Thank you for tapping in. Gonna keep a handful. But this the type of stuff that we gotta go through. But you know what I'm saying? Like y'all might don't see it. I look at it as a Carolyn Bryant situation thing again. I mean, like she can get away with just it was easy for the police to tell her that she can, to coerce her to say he did this. Why is it so easy for them to just get up in it and just say, crazy said he got 20%. If he had that many shaking his hand at Walmart, facts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And people, and the crazy thing, people walking in with the water, they getting cases of water. But you see how they mind is? It's no different than this. It's no different than this story right here. It's nothing gonna go down. That's just like what I said when the police came, sit up there. This man got caught with his camera on. Listen, what's up, Otis Johnson in the building? Roll Tide. But see, I gotta show this. Because if I show the BS, if it's in Flint, we ain't gonna look at it. So you got to go outside and show for people to have some type of understanding. But you know what I'm saying? Because we might don't see it here. It's no different than when the police fired on Art. No different than when the police snatched up Mr. Chester. No different when the police did what he did to Debbie. Ain't nothing happened to them. But they can come in, just go look at what happened to the Lawson family. And them police know if that boy would have really used his hands. He's a trained boxer. He would have been whooping ass down there. But you know what they wanted probably that to happen for they can have a right allegedly to pull out their gun. But see, this is the type of stuff that we got to worry about when you're dealing with this type of madness. And this is in 2025. They still got to lie about it. But if we say something about it, we wrong for speaking out on this type of stuff. We wrong for that. Avis Hopkins, thank you for tapping in. We wrong for speaking out on stuff like this. We shouldn't be sharing these stories, We can't talk about slave. You know what I'm saying? Why we even speaking on that to water? You had your governor coming up, Flint fatigue. This ain't nothing that I came up with. This is the stuff that we were seeing. This is why right. But we'll come up here and say some of the craziest stuff. But yeah, we have people who would look like me and would be fighting me for even putting this up on here. I sat up there and like I said, I watched another situation. And Facts knew one. The Mississippi situation. I'm gonna go pull it up. I need to pull up that Willie D. Wood. Lied about that too, but this ain't happening. So we can understand why the sister here, when things is going on, how it'd be easy for the system to overlook it, or how this can be, the cases can get did different. Because when it's something to help them, what they want going on, they need that fifth vote. This is why stuff can go down like that and don't nothing be said. That's why you can see Davina don't have to worry about it where people can come, Davina getting this money, you don't know. She knew that. She knew what it was when she stepped in that seat. But what we do, we get caught up because these is people friends. Oh, I know this person. Hell, people knew Johnny Cole. We see it's easy to call him out and his devastation he put on the community, is rightfully so, it should be. It's easy to point them out, but see, it's hard to point out an Inez Brown when you let a Liddell slide in. It's hard to point out, you know what I'm saying, Davina, because how she led in the first ward and the second ward, and all them put pressure, come tear up the community to keep that their money coming in. But these are people, because these are people friends. That's why you can come see an ENA board member could sit up there and say, can see Jedediah somebody come to my house I could take out. But yet, Doug, no. because they still got that Willie Lynch syndrome. They only see people that look like them as threats. It's just a fact. Let me see what Sequoia said. It's like a community version of what happened in this house stays in this house. Our folks have a hard time with accountability and confronting things at times. Facts. That's why you can see people, you can see a mayor come out and don't say nothing. Don't got to come out and say nothing what happened to no tragedies. They ain't got to say nothing. But you know what he gonna say? Hey, listen, I got to get my money. And that's what we got too many. We got too many sellouts. I didn't know it was this many people willing. I've told you, I've been trying to sell out and can't get it. But I didn't know these many people would, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a bunch of immoral people. Don't have no morality. And then they have selective morality. You know what I'm saying? If it's a person they dislike, you know what I'm saying? They have selective morality. They're not gonna pick on everything. And today's friend could be tomorrow's enemy. Oh, tomorrow's enemy can be today's friend. I'm just telling you how I've seen this stuff play out. And a lot of people fall for that. They get caught up in the promises that they will advance in their career. Facts. Don't you know these people know, like, listen, man, it's craziness. Let me see, when I'm in business meetings, I tell people that I live in Flint and no our water is still not fixed. They're always surprised. You know what? Because they got listen, they got this game on lockdown. They got it on lockdown. And they got it on lockdown. That's what I'm saying. This man got connections on everything. Don't get it twisted. Neely probably got, and he probably got, but because it was so many people willing to, and they were so willing to give in. Just look when Mays went out, how his people averted and went. Look how they've been running. Just look at it. They roll with some of the people, in my humble opinion, that was part of the demise. And them people sat up there and saying how they treated this man, but you know what? They threw that to the side because they feel like, oh, I can get in cool with this person. Oh, they gonna help me. Why you think people listen, man? If that water not fixed, and you looking at these roofs and roofs and we doing all the work, do I gotta go back? And do I gotta go back? Hold up, let me get this together, And like I say, and prayers out to that young man family, man. Prayers out to his family. But this ain't nothing new. Go watch that story, 42, when you hear the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, when he Ricky or something, if I'm not mistaken. Go look what he said, how they been breaking our players. He sat back and he said why he stood up for Jackie. Go look at that. But we supposed to be like, this the moral compass, okay? Because 20 years, after you saw how they did another black person, so you didn't want it to happen to Jackie. But look at what about all the other ones that went through? Okay, you caught a heart toward the end of your time. Maybe he only had 10 to 20 years left. But see, we'll find a redemption story in that, though, but we won't find it within our own. That show you just how crazy it is, but we didn't accept it. Straight up and accept it, but this ain't nothing new. Go look at Josh Gibson, how they did him in baseball with sports. This ain't nothing new. How they been doing blacks in sports. Nothing new. In 2025 ain't nothing new. Look at Shedeur Sanders. But yet, we don't see we don't see nothing. Look at Colin Kaepernick, NFL. Oh, we don't do politics. Changed when the color of the person changed. I'm just telling you, but we don't supposed to be seeing none of this stuff going on. We don't see it that you sending them. But and he shouldn't even spoke and how they felt. Them people were shook up on there. Because they want to whitewash American history for the blood of it, or how the country was started. That's why stuff like Flint, because they used to putting it to the backside. That's why you can hear about, I got Flint fatigue. That's why when I played the video yesterday morning, you can, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get all lives matter. All we doing, if you're showing the history, a pattern. They acting like that is over with. And the brother down there in Mississippi that got hung, but ain't nobody, but that's nothing. That's nothing right there. Can go back to Jack Johnson. He won the heavyweight championship, and they went out and lynched niggas. The police rushed the what's the name, the film crew, for they wouldn't even put it on there. But people will want you to believe that mind state is not still fuming in America. Oh, like that's over with. That's over. Hey, listen, just me. Absolutely, Mickey. But then Travis Kelce pushing his coach and nothing be said. It ain't been punished. Why would they do that? And I'm gonna go and throw this up because I seen it made the Flint Side News. So y'all go tap in and check the brother out. He's retiring. But he's not retiring. Well, he still won't give game to the young fellas who coming up in this music industry who want to be independent. You heard? And shout out to the brother. And that's all we showing is patterns. But right now it's so sensitive, you can't even say certain stuff and you're gonna get in trouble. But hey, but Miss Kariza, he been had puppets though. That's what people not saying. It's been going on. Why you think he not losing? How you think? Listen, I remember being over at the and I can talk about it now because it's over with. I remember being over in the Weaver campaign when he was saying laugh. I remember they was talking. They was like, saying that Neely said he got people in her campaign, watching over. And then, you know what? And I did believe it. Because it was so many things that was going on that he would be knowing that stuff she was doing. This wasn't no. This wasn't no, like how you seeing. And I'm telling you, have people, listen, if you don't think this man got his people in every form of faction, y'all just looking at them ENA boards. You better start watching these podcasts too. Social media too. Don't get it twisted. Don't think his hands just up and it's just one part of this game. Don't get it twisted. Let me see what new ones. FBI's are inconvenient truth for America. Facts. Right. Because they don't want you to ask no questions. This why why you can get, they want to take this out of they want to take slavery out the schools. I mean, history books. Why? Facts. Miss Kariza, facts. He had to get Mays out the way. Don't get it to it, man. Mays caught hell. Caught hell. But see, people, that's what I'm saying. Maurice Davis caught hell. And I'm going to stay on top of that, on how Maurice got did. Whether you like him or not, look what you traded out and got for him. They was geeked on it. That's why I say this mayor was smooth as all outdoor. Because when nobody hollering about that, all we get is, like I said, and this ain't, I don't care, man. Inez Brown, treasurer. No. She might have been a treasurer for a time. I guess she was good for blacks that was trying to run. Like, look, let's quit acting like we don't know what's going on. Let's quit acting like we don't know what's going on. All these games, but then Davina, why? This is the reason you got to put pressure on Davina, because you didn't put pressure on Inez Brown. Or was it Mays the only one who knew how to put pressure on her? Facts, Deborah, and that's terrible. And only Black History they want to give you the shortest month in February when you was being yes a bossa, no a bossa. Then they ain't gonna go off into all of it. Look, I get so sick of roots and all that. 12 years a slave. Wow. Hey, I understand it, just me. But I mean, when you trying to fight, when you trying to do this fight, man, you fighting too many battles up in here, man, trying to get all this stuff together. It's too many. This ain't nothing new. Why you think you can? That's why you can see a Mr. Peachy come down there. Don't get me wrong. He doing what he supposed to do. You see how he called Judy out, told her you too comfortable to the mayor. But see, we get caught up into this friend stuff. I'm gonna call my friend on it. I don't give a damn when it's coming down and you seeing people dying, the water not fixed. But you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna see these people smiling these people faces, because they're gonna smile in their face. How do really the poor man got a chance when the rich man can come buy your friend off? Like, how do you really got a chance? People in the store got cases of water, shaking the mayor's hand. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have to, but damn, like, do you see you buying cases of water? But that goes back to when Harriet Tubman said she could have freed more people if they knew they was enslaved. See, these people don't understand what, you know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, like they say, the greatest trick we ever did, I mean, not let because I ain't got the whole story, but I'm just saying, do you understand people buying cases of water and don't even see what's going on? But yet oh man, I ran into the mayor. The mayor don't have the same issues you have, and all he got to do is keep signing and making sure this money flow this way, and he gonna get his money. Good morning, Miss Tina M. Smith. Thank you for tapping in. I keep telling y'all, it's too many friends. It's too many friends. They friends with these people. They friends with them. That's why, like, I see how the mayor looking at. See, he different than me. I would been to cut so many people off. Like, no, once you flipped over, you're over there. But see, this is what it is. I grew up, we used to call it click jumping. That's why you can see people going from over this side. I could be on this side. I can go from over here. I could be over there. I was with him at one time. I ain't with him no more. But why you not with him no more? See, we got to get off this branch knowledge and get to this root knowledge. Then when you go to finding out why people, you gonna understand it's agendas. I can tell you why I left from where I was at. I wasn't getting paid, neither spot. But they expected so much out of you. It was down to the money. See, I'm not scared to come on here and say what it is. If you do provide the services, you should get paid for it. But what I learned, people will hold another person that got less more accountable than the people they hold with the money. And then people get mad. Yeah, facts. Facts. My bad. Thank you for tapping in, sweetheart Shell. Thank you, beloved. Let me see what Deborah said. She said we have to read, study for ourselves. In a sense, slavery control is still here, but people don't believe that. We still fail to help each other, keep our own down. Facts. And you see them people go to church every Sunday. What's up, T? What you saying? That's the whole keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Facts. Right, no one. But this what I'm saying. See, people act like they don't be seeing what's going on. That's what it is. Do you think the last administration, if they didn't get, what did they do to fall out with the people that's running this thing? And then what did they do for them to lose 20% of the black vote? How did they lose the black vote? Well, you couldn't keep it together. Like I said, when they sent me over there, you can't tell me what over there on the east side, whoever was putting out their propaganda, I'm trying to tell you. And it was crazy for me because I'm listening to this, it was a white guy. I'm listening to him, was coming up talking all this stuff. I'm like, and then it was based off a lie. But you still went in there and had to vote regardless because it was only you're either going to vote for a black man or a black woman. And you still went in and vote, and you said all this stuff she was doing. I'm like, damn, but ain't you still? But you know why? He know he can go vote for that because he knew he was gonna get his agenda met through the mayor, Neely. Let's don't get this shit twisted. Facts. I said, there it is, Mickey. This from the intelligent Mark Hutchison, the smart one. And all y'all smart. I'm the one y'all getting up to a level. I'm trying to get up to y'all. There it is, Mickey. People don't know you shouldn't have to drink bottled water. No, but they don't understand that. It is crazy, but Neely knows the bad water is normalized now. Why paying highest rate? Hey, but you know what? You know what people gonna say? Oh, he's a good person. He's this. The pastor love him. People love him. They think, oh, he might come through, hit my nonprofit with some money right here. But yet alone, you'll have a fucking family member dying. They didn't let they really it's normal. It's normal now. A person dying from cancer. It's normalized now in Flint. It's normal. It is normal. It is normal to see the mayors, but I mean, it's just look at your news stations. Look at your news station. This is what is so criminal that you got to sit up here beg council people to make them do right. You got to beg them. Then this mayor got it so down packed. He know what certain it's a more percentage. Because if you really see on the black side, he don't really show up there like that because he knows it's 20%, and then they try to him. But when he go to the white side of it, he know he ain't gonna get no pushback. Why you think they was coming over there trying to go at Jonathan? Just luckily that you got somebody like Miss Gladys over there that wouldn't go on for the BS. But just think about it. Look how they working over there on that 7th Ward. They don't really want the black side of the 7th Ward speaking. They don't. They you and you see and you go look what side Candace be appealing to. Because they already know. They know blacks is really fed up with voting. Facts, Mr. Thomas, a good person doesn't have to take advantage of the poor. But you know what? But you know what? You had these past. Well, just watch come March, April, or May. Definitely June and July. Watch how they be. Watch at all these black churches finna invite all these Congress people in here, people who running for. See, watch how they finna come tell them, oh, we doing good. We gonna do this and that for you. You know what I'm saying? Now the pastor them might get the lookout and the hookup, but the regular folks ain't gonna get it. You know what the pastor gonna tell you? You got to keep going to God, but he ain't going to God. He going to his nonprofit. That's where his money coming from. He ain't and fooling the people, telling you God gonna give you, but yet he living good and ain't speaking up. And even if you silent on what's going on, you're a damn fool because you're not getting paid to be quiet. And if you're not speaking up, that's why you don't like I don't care how that they made it feel, but I do agree with Brother Roberts on this. If you go, but it wasn't Brother Roberts the first one I heard this from. I heard this from the minister talking Farrakhan. If you go look, Jesus was a revolutionary. These so-called pastors that we got all this, and then look at and y'all really want to believe that these people have talked to God. And I don't know the book that good, but I did listen. And like I say, and he even said he gonna come down and pick his man. But yet y'all think all these pastors around here was called from God. All of them. Every last one of them will welcome the mayor in their church. T, all you gotta go do is look at. But you know what? I didn't know it's a goddamn Coonish clan like this, but I swear, T. What happened to the Revolutionary Brothers? We got this. I'm being honest with y'all. Ain't nothing but the coon side and took over. These people is accepting any and everything. Go look at Johnny Cole, how he hit the neighborhood. Go look at the brother. What's going on now? Like, and I am gonna dare to say this. I don't think it's no justice gonna come for you know what I'm saying. Because even in the black community, people, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of people not being real with y'all, it's damn near split. I ain't gonna say among it's people who do that they love the sister what she going through. You know what I'm saying, as far as the stuff that's going on. But I heard women say that sometimes a woman can force a man to do this. This how ignorant these people are right now. This I'm telling you, this is how ignorant these people is right now. Like I'm telling y'all, we selective with this domestic violence. We selective with this black violence. We selective with this white violence. Are we just selective? It's all about who you know. Selective on the crime rate, as far as what happened in the inner city compared to what happened in the well-to-do communities. You know what I'm saying? But this show you everything you should need to know about your mayor. He don't care about Flint. Flint is just like a trap spot to him. He gonna get his money, and when they get tired of him and bring the next one in, he can probably move on. Then you really know where he stay at. I'm just telling y'all got to look up. This mayor he's in, listen, he did such a hell of a job that he's in every facet of Flint. Every facet. He can pick and choose who he want to give money to. And this is why you're gonna have people that will still listen to him when he talk. This is why you have people who gonna have a listening ear. He know these people is hurting. Hell, he know we come on here every day. We like, can you support? We need this. You don't think he's sitting back and watching, just smiling? All I got to do is just be patient. I know they're gonna come around, because that's what people do. They play the long game. Even I have done that. Sit back, I'll be patient, because a person gonna have to come back around full circle. Let's don't get it twisted. You already know. That's why they gearing up now. That's why you might see some things shaking. You know what I'm saying? You'll see certain people reaching out to people. I'm just saying, all you gotta do is just sit back and watch, family. This ain't nothing was going down. He already sitting back saying who I can buy off. Like he said, even I heard he had a 94 with that 94, he got a war chest. And what's crazy, them people, and he know he ain't got to get them that much. He can say, I can get them like, 20,000, 30, you know what I'm saying? I hit them 2 or 3 times, they're gonna feel I done bought their loyalty to me. But you know what? But you know what, T? He got people who love him. You know what I'm saying? This man and just he used he know the game that he doing. He know the other ones is knock out. He know from the past administration he can buy the people that was loyal to them off. Go look at Chris Martin. Go look at Pastor Flynn. And he's probably gonna get his money. Like facts, but they're gonna bring in another useful tool that's gonna do their bidding for them. Why you think you want people? We want to know who running, who this and that. People want to know because they really just trying to see who finna who his competition gonna be. Is he gonna be able to take away from the vote crowd that he got? That's just like that email. If it's true, and I'm just saying allegedly, if it's true. Okay, it said hi neighbor. Yep. I schedule important service outage. We're gonna be up. Starting Tuesday night, October 7th, 2025. Just got a thing from consumers saying power outage. And Wednesday, October 8th, 2025 at 7:30 a.m. I mean, where they gonna hope people be asleep. Boy, charge your phones up, family, if you living on that west side. Charge your phones up. That's why you got people, I'm just telling you, this mayor got so many people ears, it's diabolical. But he ain't the only one that got people ears, man. I'm telling y'all sitting up here, man, and thinking like like this stuff, man. That man he just sitting back having fun. He know what he got. Then he know who we running up against. What's up, A Sprag? Facts. AAT, facts. But you got to remember this though. This the thing. It got to be somebody appealing to the white vote. Now they not gonna get nobody, you know what I'm saying? They not gonna go get nobody that who they feel like that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna go. They gonna find another, aka Vance Jones, that's like Neely, that gonna come in and say, hey, listen, my voting block. They not getting nobody that's gonna be loyal to the black community. Let's be honest with that first. Because they don't want to be real with that. They're gonna get somebody that's gonna be more. When they pick a black, they getting somebody that's gonna be loyal to their community. And I'm talking about the power brokers who run this thing. So don't never forget that. They not getting nobody that's gonna be loyal to that'll be loyal. Oh, they're not doing that no more. And Quincy, my cousin, but you did hear him say when they said we will never pick nobody radical in that front in that first ward. They wouldn't lie. They keeping it trill to this day right now. LaShawn, Candace, first ward. Look who they was running for the ninth ward. And Jonathan got to get in there. All you gotta do is look at the people. They look, just sit back and look. They not bringing nobody. He bringing people in that's all right with enriching themselves. And he got a hell of a plan, and I understand it. If we got him up top, if I could get, I'll be running mines too. I wouldn't stop. But until we can get this shit together, don't come telling me about what all lives matter. Don't do that no more. We know all lives matter, but until we can get this figured out, and we ain't got to worry about when we going to the court system, when we go into the judicial system, and stuff like this can go on, and a person can be coerced. Let's don't forget, until we can get this together, because I don't want to hear nothing about fires. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, the brother get, when the stuff going on. I don't want to hear nothing about that no more. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we ain't gonna get no fair and equal justice. And they keep asking this. Why? I mean, so to my religious people, why the guy said he got to come back? I'm just saying, like, why would he saying he coming? These Bible thumpers, all of them, your pastors. Why is he saying he coming? Why they not speaking out? Why ain't none calling him out when he's sitting in the church? He shouldn't be able to go to no church. But you know how they did MLK? When he went against the Boule, he wouldn't even welcome in the black church. Let that sit on y'all mind for a minute. Let that sit on y'all mind. He wouldn't even welcome in the black church no more when he went against who was paying them. So that should tell you everything you need to know. He gonna be all right. Because until he go against who they telling him to go against. So y'all go sit back and look at that. When you got a pastor, like I said, I would say, but this was the deacon. These the games that these people play, but these are so-called the leaders in the community, and that was the vice president of the NAACP. Where has he been? And y'all think these organizations ain't bought and paid for? I'm not saying they probably got people who want to go in there and fight, but they be outnumbered. Same thing with the Democratic Party. You be having people who want to fight, but they be outnumbered. Hell, people get tired of banging their head against the wall. You keep knocking your shit against the wall and seeing how these people treating you. That's crazy. You get tired. Like I'm saying, we've been through hell and back. Dragged out, did this and that, caught everything, and you know what I'm saying? The ups and downs, like I'm telling you, but people still acting like they don't see what's going on. All this shit started from 2019. You know how they remain silent. They on the take, cuzzo. Because they looking, they might not be getting paid yet, but they hoping like everybody know election season coming up next year. Even I know that. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm trying to line us up to get advertising dollars. Everybody knows election season coming up, the governor, the council, the mayor, state reps, senator seats. Everybody know what's coming up in 2026. They know the only way you're going to get these people to spend money to you, you got to be fond of them. To be honest with you, Mark Hutchinson, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That man will go. Neely will gonna go with the same thing, and plus he got the absentee ballots. Just think about it. You got the clerk office, and I don't know how much help he gonna have from Lansing right now, because he still got it with Gretchen. You know what I'm saying? As far as why they up there, I don't know how much help, but the power brokers here gonna make sure he gonna get that 90% of the white vote. Now, and all these, like you said, ain't nothing changing because they know. Why you think? Listen, man, let's be honest. We know Flint is predominantly black. If it's 55, let's say 55-45. You're not gonna get no white mayor to really win unless he can get the whole black vote. And then you get, let's just be honest, all you gotta do is go back and look. Even from Williamson got in, who did Don Williamson pivot to? Let's be honest. And he had to take on, he and Mays went over there. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Unless he can cut into that over there. Now, I don't know if he can or can't. Like I'm saying, he cut into that crowd, he got a chance until you can bust up that voting block over there. No. Let me see what B. Marie said. Study the pastor before Dr. King Vernon. Yeah, they said, right. This how these churches is. Because they boo lay members. They do not want to mess up the structure. They do not. They want to keep getting their money. As the governor, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to have to check into that. They don't want to sit up there because they don't want to mess up their power base. They don't want to mess up that. They don't want to mess their money up. That's why you can see Van Jones running around here talking crazy. He don't represent the black people neither. Like I'm sick of them too. I'm sick of the power structure to give us our leaders. No, those not our leaders. Don't give us something that y'all are, you know what I'm saying, can be y'all that's more sympathetic to y'all. Nah. Don't give us them leaders. Don't give me Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech. Give me the one that y'all didn't want no more. That's the problem. They don't want to. They keep want to overlooking what's going on. That's why we having a problem here. Don't you think that you think these was the first black mayor sellouts? At least back then they would try to do something. Just go look at Move 1985. That was a black mayor. Now they got to find somebody black because it's still predominantly a black city, and you can go see it. They know they're gonna have to run somebody black. I think with the way they did Maurice, because what you will see is you're gonna see Maurice will be coming up under attack again. I'm gonna be just go back and see, man. Listen, and you right on that, T. Really, the downtown, it ain't too many people that's electable. And reason they not electable, but how LaShawn can get elected because they know LaShawn gonna do what they want him to do. How the councilman in the first ward gonna do what they want him to do. Seventh ward in the second, because they know they gonna do what they want them to do. They know. Good morning, Miss Beverly Biggs Levy. They weren't finna bring nobody on who gonna challenge their system or not. Come on, man. They listen. If you read that Jordan Sheraton book, and you will see some of these people are dealing with that people that's in that book, council people I'm speaking of, you will look at them sideways. You will really look at them sideways. But this how they roll in Flint. It's about who got the money. And you see how the Kojic church here, the Kojic church here is running, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's the church. Because they bought and paid for. You can tell just look at the ones who is nearest and dearest to these politicians that's coming in. Don't nobody get gave no money for nothing. And family, and don't y'all forget that. Like as we going through this budget, them people is not getting no money for nothing. They are cool with these individuals that's up there. So don't get it twisted. I don't care what nobody say. Like they just got some money. They got some money because they know they're gonna be accepting them people when they come in. They know they got to do a favor. Let's quit acting like these ain't no favors being did. If you get money from the system owns your ass. So let's quit all this playing games and that's acting like, you know what I'm saying. Like I say, this remind me of Ashley Capital. We can call out Quincy and Liddell and them, but when the other ones, Ashley Capital good now. I'm just saying. Bad last year, but good this year. What's up, my good brother Marcus Fielder in the building? And I want y'all to remember that. Bad last year, or was it bad because they didn't have to deal with certain individuals, but now they got to deal with them? Oh, no, facts, Deborah said this is primarily a primarily black city. I feel like this is Oklahoma. Take over, move our people out. This is how we are used to hurt people, hurt our people. Sorry, this is how I feel. They say, "What's up, Texas, mate?" But this ain't nothing new, Deborah. This is what blacks do. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is how you can get an AC Dumas. Everybody been knowing AC Dumas is been out for AC Dumas. What about the black contractors? But see, they so used to. They really, I think the politicians here really think the residents are dumb, and I do because the games that they be playing. I do. I really do think they act like people don't be paying attention to what they doing. That's why you see the youth don't be really got time to be playing with the games that they say see them playing up here. Like I told you, you can have all these people, and that's why and I was kind of threw off when I heard fires saying blacks kill more whites. Like even that rhetoric that was getting put out, and you had people that would listen to it. No, black, we kill us. We would be scared. I don't know many of that because you get locked up when you do that. I don't, like I said, I done seen, I done seen blacks take ass whooping because they know if they swing back, what's going to happen. You then have to take it. I'm talking about from the police too. You know what, cuz, I don't, but even with more people getting involved, cuz, you know what they finna do? The ones who running this thing finna rev up their machine. They not finna let no other people get in, or they gonna have to get to the youth. I don't see this mayor want to give up his. You think he want to give up and let the ones his predecessors that was after he came up after he don't want them back in charge neither. This man don't want nobody in charge of people that he done wrong. That's why you see how hard he going. He pushing this. He putting the state in a predicament. Like, hey, we gonna what y'all gonna do? Y'all know I got all this stuff on me. It's gonna come back on y'all lap. That's why you can hear the land up. Let the city clerk handle it there. I pray they do, cuz I pray they do more research. What's up, Common Sense? Thank you for tapping in. I pray they do. I pray they do more research. But look at some of the people you saying. I seen some of the people that they saying need to run, man. It's like wow, really? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they gonna pick blacks that's gonna, oh, you know what I'm saying, gonna look past blacks. That's what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. That's why you can see somebody like R. Kelly get jammed up. You know what I'm saying? Did he get 4 years? And people, oh, did he did this? What about y'all people that did something? Like I say, you see that made the news. They so happy though, oh, did he? But they let all they people get away with it. They gonna let the film industry get away how they been uh, 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 that big, messing over individuals out there. Like but we got to find that one Negro that we can put out here and put him as the poster child for everything that's going wrong. We're gonna put out this one Negro. We got to put him out here. But damn, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna justify what Elvis did. We're gonna justify what's that Jerry Lee Lewis did. See, we're gonna justify them. Harvey Weinstein, we're gonna justify them, but what we're gonna go get somebody like Oprah. I don't look at him for what he did. Oh, wow, but you can speak down on R. Kelly. Nah, but that's just how it is. Like I say, even with that story with Lacey, with the brother that how he got dead wrong. But Lummy, they can't say nothing about Hugh Hefner. You're not gonna bring that up. You can't bring that up. They act like blacks invented rape, crime, drugs, and everything. You ain't gonna bring that up. They're not gonna tell you how long they've been smuggling drugs in the urban community, how they brought that in, but that wasn't no problem. All you do is go watch the movies. Go watch The Godfather, what they say. They're savages. Let it go to their neighborhoods. But people acting like that's not real. Where the poppy seed come from? Who brought the dope in? You had Ronald Reagan coming in with the Iran-Contra, but can't nobody say nothing but, oh, we're going to do Reaganomics. Hell, when he announced where he was running from, did you know it was down there in the South? But see, people going to forget about that. You know what I'm saying? We can't bring that up. What crowd was he appealing to? But you know what you get wrong? Oh, if you're going to say that's saying racist. You know what I'm saying? And thanks whoever gave out that membership too. But see, we wrong for that. I mean, but that's how it is. You can't even speak up against what the state rep doing. Look at the school system. No auto mechanics, no tool and die, no wood shop, no home economics, none of that. But you know what they're going to tell you? Oh, they doing the work over there at the school board. Oh, we're going to build these new schools. Who they billing them for? Who they billing these, you ride up, who they billing these condos for? Who they billing it for? Tell me who can sit up there and pay for pay for a $200,000 condo. And what's crazy, I know they in the hood right now. Y'all gonna clean that area up, but where y'all gonna put the people at that y'all finna move them from? The undesirables. But yet, some of these people that's making these laws, we got people who cool with these people that's making these laws because they getting what they want. It's all about, as long as I can get my agenda through, we good. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll hear some stuff come out. You know, family, I don't know. Like I said, y'all can keep voting. I mean, listen, you can vote for these people and pray that they don't sell out. That can't nobody come approach them and take them, have a seat, and they can go see them with, and not knowing that's not even their money. But this mayor has basically seen people who would take crumbs that he can give. Oh, I'm gonna say, you know what? Maybe that's not crumbs with them. Oh, who he might want to decide to make some 100,000 Hey, Deborah, yeah, we know who they're cleaning it up for. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting a call, family. Hold on. People don't even see me on. That's how I know he don't watch the show. I'm gonna ignore his ass next time. Yeah, money is a hell of a drug. Look what people would do for money. Look what they just listen. And crack is even more addicted than that. Look how you look at the crack epidemic. And these people want me to believe they really care, man. You had people that was on drugs were selling their bodies, selling their daughters, pimping their daughters out. That's what crack did. That's how low down crack can make a person be. But they didn't care that they put that in the community. Because all y'all do is go watch. Say they would, if you looking at the Godfather, when they say they animals anyway, when you go look when the families are meeting up when they're talking about bringing drugs in the community and how they was gonna make it. But they don't tell you this stuff be let in by your government. They didn't care. They wanted that Iran-Contra deal going on. How we gonna raise the money? Congress ain't gonna get it. Or we'll turn the whole community into drug addicts. Then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna lock them up, charge them. This the stuff that they do. Then people, even going back to the policy, I like, you know what I'm saying? Look how they took the numbers out. The government own it now. Look how they doing with marijuana. The government own it now. But they'll lock you up. But see, they will lock you up. You could get locked up for all this stuff. Now the government's saying, okay, well, it's $1 billion industry. We need to get in on it. Them some of the best hellified dope pushers in the game. But see, you can go look at a dispensary and call that a drug shop, but you won't look at a Walgreens. You won't look at a CVS. You don't see them as drug places neither. Take too many of them damn Tylenols and let's see what it do. They gonna never want to talk about how crack destroyed the black community. They don't give a damn about the black community. They don't care. But you know what happened when meth came? They put up centers. But we finna go vote. Come next year, you gotta go vote. You gotta go vote. You gotta go vote to see who you gonna put in. That's you hope that's gonna do right by you and not just do right by themselves. But we don't post. But we supposed to be looking at all lives matter. Facts. All lives matter though. You can go see when they see the difference how they treated the blacks and the whites, as far as who they would take off painkillers and who they would give it to. The black and brown, like how they say, oh, they can take more pain. This is the type of stuff that we go through. But all lives matter. Who said lives didn't matter? We just telling you black lives matter because look what's going on. But see, we'll have our own that'll come up here and fight me. Fight me. And I'm not saying, yeah, and I'm not saying it's not whites that's not fighting the battle. That's not out here fighting with blacks. As hell, you can see them through history. But even the ones like John Brown was looking at black, like, what you mean? I'm not looking at nothing just fighting for the cause just because it's something that that benefits you. I wanted to benefit everybody. But all lives matter. Right now, they don't. But see, but what it is, you'll have blacks who don't understand. They feel they got a certain agenda they want to push through because they got something that's going along with their BS. But let me see if all I'm sharing this on their page. All lives matter. And I'm talking to the blacks. And listen, I remember NWA something where they said the black cop showing out for the white cop. But all lives matter, right? Let me see what Ms. Odie said. Sometimes we wait 1 minute before the end of the game before we vet people, but our counterparts start when their last person was elected. Facts. 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 But this the police part, because I'm putting this up for Judy. So Judy, if don't none, they just give him a slap on the wrist, send him out. Should Flynn accept him? Facts. Opie wasn't a problem. Facts. But see, we can't have that conversation because you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Well, hey, look, we wrong and I accept it. Is violence in our neighborhoods bad? Yes. But quit acting like we just caused it just happened overnight. Like this shit wasn't set up for this to go down. Who said take all the stuff out of the inner city schools? But see, they'll put black faces in these places because then it won't look like it's racism that did it. Well, the blacks went for it. In fact, we had a teacher wearing a BLM shirt and had a black family complain that it was offensive. Because they listen, they don't want to mess up with that we sick boss got going on. Why you think they come on? This person too revolutionary. You know, they too this and that. See, you what community you gonna hear that from? You damn near gotta dumb it down to be accepted in America. You can't go calling out. They don't want no Malcolm X's. They don't want no Minister Farrakhan. They don't, yeah, facts too woke. They don't want none of that. They don't want you to point out what was going on in America. Sheila, thank you for tapping in. They don't want that out there. They want the, oh, can we all just get along? But yet, how many more stories we got to hear this year about this? How many more of these we gonna hear? Trayvon Martin wasn't enough. Tamir Rice wasn't enough. I mean, Sandra Bland wasn't enough. How many more that we got to keep going through? What happened to the brother down in Mississippi? How many more we got to keep going through? I mean, hell. I mean, how many more? I want y'all to go to that family and tell them all lives matter. I want y'all to go to that family and say that. What about the other ones down in Mississippi? I want y'all to go say that. But see, this the type of stuff that you would be fighting against. Facts. 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 I'm just saying, but this is the stuff that we dealing with. Because, like I said, they want to be crab boils. They want, I'm riding in this. See, because if you pay attention, that's why you think we see we can tell who get money. We know how you was riding before you was riding. We know who cars got updated. We know who wasn't. This ain't no rocket scientist. But see, these the type of people that they got in these places. They put none but sellouts. These ain't none. Flint has been took over by the coon class, and I ain't just started saying it, and I've been saying it. And they fooling y'all and got y'all thinking they real house Negroes. Telling y'all what it is. House Negroes. Why you think people mad? That's why my reason. I see what my listen. I know why people don't want Maurice back up in there because he probably gonna come back and go to call and go and you will see stuff going down. Why you think Liddell mad as she is? She knew who was helping her when they was to take down Maurice Davis. Don't get be fooled. Don't be fooled. And you talk about a revolution, shit. How you gonna have a revolution when you got? And the mayor will probably have his people in that, seeing who going on to go report. Man, quit thinking these people don't understand. These people will sell your asses out. Why you think they be trying to go get other people to do they throw they rock for they can hide their hand and don't fall on them? Y'all better go wake up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I say, Flynn is in bad shape. But what we will do, we'll go and kill a nigga though. That's one thing I know we will do. We'll kill it. We can team up and see the wrong in the nigga. I can promise you that. Once they don't need them no more, once this thing, listen, when election season coming up, you're going to start seeing it. But you know the sad thing about that? I bet you Judy ain't going to speak out about this. You know what I'm saying? You already know how she felt about what's going on. You know, Judy going to probably they probably going to find fault in the brother. But see, these are the type of people that we dealing with. But see, these are the type of people that your mayor is all right with. See, you couldn't, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't have went into that to his, hey, look, my voting base is the black. He got his nigga wake up call on what was said. We put you in this seat. He know that. Neely know he can't get all of the black community to vote for his ass. No different than AC Dumas. Listen, people, don't get it twisted. Them absentee ballots is for a reason. Hey, T, you better believe it, Jack. You better believe it. You better fucking believe it. You better believe it. That's just like me. How I'm gonna dish your cousin, and then I'm gonna be cool with you. These people are crazy. Like some of the mentality that we have in Flint is like these people don't like. I guess they don't think ain't nobody gonna wake up and be hip to them just because people being silent. You know, they being silent. Man, this mayor can reach anybody and everybody will take his call. Believe that, Jack. They gonna talk about the other ones taking their call, but they gonna tell you they taking it too. This man got what he want, how he want it done. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. He ain't got to come to you. He can send his friends to come to you. And that's a fact there. So don't get it twisted. He entrenched in this thing all the way around. And family, I hit my hour and 30 minutes. I thank y'all for tapping in. Oldest and I was gonna keep y'all 100 of y'all staying in for listening. But me and Brother Elliot will be back on at 5 o'clock. You know, we're gonna give y'all 45 minutes of some good stuff. You know, I'm trying to get the brother on a little more so we can go in on this. How we have been sold out in Flint by our own black so-called leaders, black clergy, activists, all you can think of. How we've been sold out, you know. We're going to get back on that and showing that we're going to tell you that even I have been messed over and understand it. And thank you, Salty Chef, for tapping in, good brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So don't get it twisted. It's people, because everybody who reporting thinking they're going to get some money. Believe that. These people ain't going along with the get along for none or trying to stay silent on certain stuff because they think they're going to get some money, family. Peace.